The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Never pretend to love what you do not actually feel, for love is not ours to command. No work or love will flourish out of guilt, fear, or hollowness of heart. Just as no valid plans for the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. Reality is only a Rorschach ink blot. You know. Saints need sinners. No valid plans for the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. How is it possible that a being with such sensitive jewels as the eyes, such enchanted musical instruments as the ears, and such fabulous arabesque of nerves as the brain can experience itself anything less than a god? Some believe all that parents, tutors, and kindred believe. They take their principles by inheritance and defend them as they would their estates, because they are born heirs to them. Faith is a state of openness or trust. In other words, a person who is fanatic in matters of religion and clings to certain ideas about the nature of God and the universe becomes a person who has no faith at all. The myths underlying our culture and underlying our common sense have not taught us to feel identical with the universe, not only parts of it, only in it, only confronting it. Aliens. Religion is not a department of life. It is something that enters into the whole of it. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. You don't look out there for God, something in the sky. You look in you. But the attitude of faith is to let go and become open to truth, whatever it might turn out to be. Things are as they are. Looking out into it, the universe at night, but make no comparisons between right and wrong stars, nor between well and badly arranged constellation. But I'll tell you what hermits realize. If you go off into a far, far forest and get very quiet, you'll come to understand that you're connected with everything. Zen does not confuse spirituality with thinking about God while one is peeling potatoes. Zen spirituality is just to peel the potatoes. You are that vast thing that you see far, far off with great telescopes. We identify in our experience a differentiation between what we do and what happens to us. But to me, nothing, the negative, the empty, is exceedingly powerful. What the devil is the point of surviving, going on living, when it's a drag. But you see, that's what people do. So, what's discord At one level of your being is harmony at another level. I have realized that the past and future are real illusions, that they exist in the present. It is what there is and all there is. And although our bodies are bounded with skin, and we can differentiate between outside and inside, they cannot exist except in a certain kind of natural environment. You and I are all as much continuous with the physical universe as a wave is continuous with the ocean. The ego is nothing other than the focus of conscious attention. So then, the relationship of self to other is the complete realization that loving yourself is impossible without loving everything defined as other than yourself. And the attitude of faith is the very opposite of clinging to belief, of holding on. Omnipotence is not knowing how everything is done. It's just doing it. But at any rate, the point is that God is what nobody admits to be, and everybody really is. The religious idea of that cannot do full duty for the metaphysical infinity. Buddhism has in it no idea of there being a moral law laid down by some kind of cosmic lawgiver. The difficulty for most of us in the modern world is that the old-fashioned idea of God has become incredible or implausible.